post-graduation in Ayurvedic dietetics and post-graduation in sports nutrition. 3 books are there in her credit. Healthy tiffin, healthy breakfast, healthy ahar shali, and currently she is working on a book on cancer prevention. She is a co-author for it. She is giving free consultation and telecounseling for cancer, HIV, and cerebral ataxia patients. She is visiting lecturer at Ferguson College of Physiotherapy. She worked and passed with many NGOs like Maitri, Sri Aadhar Kendra, Samvad, Helpline, etc. And she is very passionate about yoga and Kathak. May I request Dr. Seema to start it off.
Thank you, Mansi, for your kind words. Okay, before I start the lecture and start sharing the screen, I want to express my humble thanks to Mukta Charitable Foundation, especially Dr. Prakash Mahajan. I remember long back I have worked with Mukta. I have given training. Can you all hear me, Mansi?
Yes, it's loud and clear.
Okay. So, few years back, I used to train the counselors of HIV counselors of Mukta Charitable Foundation, and in nutritional counseling, and taking inspiration from their work. Since then, I have been giving free diet counseling to cancer patients and HIV patients. So my humble thanks to Dr. Prakash Mahajan and to all the trustees of Mukta Charitable Foundation. I think I'll start today's lecture because it is a vast topic and I'll try to cover all the related things. Okay.
Sorry to interrupt. मला जरा 2 सूचना द्यायच्या. सगळ्या पार्टिसिपंटसाठी 2 सूचना आहेत की प्रत्येकाने आपले ऑडिओ आणि व्हिडिओ बंद करा. नंबर 1 आणि नंबर 2 आहे तो सगळ्यांनी त्यांचे जे क्वेश्चन्स असतील ते चॅट बॉक्समध्ये टाकायचे आणि त्याच्यानंतर आपण उत्तर देऊ. तर तुम्ही त्या 2 सूचनांचा विचार करा किंवा प्लीज गो अहेड.
Yes. Okay. So today we are going to talk about immunity. Okay. So first, before starting the slideshow, I can see that the lot of majority of audience is doctors, and I have been told some teachers, professors have also joined our group, and I think these 2 groups they are the most affected, I should think, because of COVID. The doctors, I think, for the first time. There has been a situation where they have the work of not just saving their patient, they also have to protect themselves. I think this is the first time such situation has arisen. And for the teachers, a very different situation is there. They like to be in contact with their close contact with their students, but now they have to teach their students online, and so they have been thrown far away from their students. And I think in such a case, sitting in one place for long hours and एक प्रकारचं आव्हान आहे दोन्ही ग्रुपसाठी. And I think in different ways the immunity is going to affect, because we all know that stress plays a very important role, whether it is good stress, bad stress, or stress of extra work. It does play a very important role. So I just hope nutrition is something, diet is something which is fortunately in our hands. Okay, so let's try to do things that are in our hand, because some things at present are not in our hands. So we will try to see. Okay, so we'll try to do things जे काही आपल्या हातात आहे ते आपण करायचा प्रयत्न करणार आहोत. आज मी इम्युनिटी या विषयावर बोलणार आहे. Shall I share the screen, Mansi, Jyoti?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm sharing the screen.
Yes, this time.
1 minute, huh? I'll just bring it to slideshow. Yeah. Okay. So let's start. First, before starting with the slideshow, I just want you to know that here in today's lecture, I am going to talk more about foods rather than the nutrients, because about the nutrients you can get the knowledge on internet, you can get it from books. Okay, what we are more interested at present is how to apply that knowledge. Okay, like डॉक्टरांना माहिती आहे, all any educated person knows की yes vitamins पाहिजे आहेत, minerals पाहिजे आहेत, proteins हवे आहेत, आपल्याला सगळ्यांना माहिती आहे. फक्त ही अप्लाय कसं करायचं, तर ऍप्लिकेशन भाग जो आहे ज्याला आम्ही अप्लाइड न्यूट्रिशन, वी कॉल इट अप्लाइड न्यूट्रिशन. ओके, so we are going to talk about that first. Now before this, we know that immunity or our immune system, it is the second most complex system of our body. The first most complex system is nervous system. Okay, now the new research tells us that the interesting thing is that 80% of our immune cells are in our gut. Now this is something new. Okay, so when we are going to talk about immunity, we have to really consider how our gut is working. So only and only if our gut is working good, and only if our gut bacteria or the microbiome as we call it, only if it is in the right condition, if the amount of good bacteria is much more than the amount of bad bacteria, then only whatever nutrition, whatever good foods you are taking, it's going to work. Am I going okay, Jyoti? I'll continue.
Yes.
You can all hear me, right?
Yeah.
If there is any problem, just let me know. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So from that context, we have to know that there are certain types of foods. For example, you can see on the screen refined foods. In the regular terms, we can say all the foods that are refined. म्हणजे तुमचं refined oils. Then there is refined flour, that is maida. Then the white sugar, which is in refined form. Even the salt that we are getting at present is in the refined form. Okay, all those things which we wish to get in the unrefined form, they are coming in the refined forms now. Now these refined foods, they do affect, and the worst among these refined foods is white sugar. It has been proved that when you have sugar, or for example, if you just pop 2 gulab jamuns in your mouth, for 4 hours, your WBC are going to stay in a paralytic. They will not have that kind of power to go around and do their work. So that's a huge impact. Okay, so we Indians, white sugar, it's very dear to us, and we really need to bring it down. Processed foods, we all know. Processed foods is something like we get, during the lockdown, you must have seen that, more than anything, the Maggie packets and the bakeries, the biscuits and everything, and all those things that came in packets, they just left the shelves, and people just stuffed their houses with the processed food, which was actually not necessary, because we were getting the grains, we were getting the fruits and vegetables, and still people opted for stuffing their in America it was toilet paper, and in India it was the bakery items. Both things were wrong actually. Okay, now this processed foods, we have to understand that the most thing that a processed food, for example, if you have a bag of chips, okay, so these chips they are going to feed the bad bacteria. Okay, and when the bad bacteria it increases in the body, it gives a feedback to the brain, where a kind of hormones are secreted, where you start craving for another packet of chips. So the Vishwa Chakra chalu rahta. You have wafers, and then you get the craving, and you will have a wafer packet again. So you just get, it's like addiction. So addiction, because the bad bacteria want to increase their number, so they will start giving that kind of message. Only when you feed your good bacteria, okay, then you get the right message that yes, you want the real food. So it's just like addiction. Processed food is equally like we are hearing about so many de-addiction things. I wouldn't be surprised when in the future, if we have junk food de-addiction centers in India. That bad processed food is like, some of the people, some of my patients, they say that you say that don't eat processed food, and they say that you get it for 10 rupees, 15 rupees, amala parvadat nahi healthy foods. But it's not so. You get a 10 rupee chana. You get a 10 rupee chana, you get 9 gram proteins from it. And you get a 10 rupee wafers packet, you get only 1 gram protein from it. Okay? And port tevdas bharto. So it's not, you just have to look out for healthy foods. Third is the chemicals in food. We all know about that. Okay. Regarding chemicals on food, we have to understand one simple just tip I want to give is, I see many ladies, you know, when they go to buy vegetables, they try to go for big size vegetables. Do not do that. Never do that. The bigger the vegetable, the more it has been treated with pesticides, the more it is on the hybrid side. So ढोबळी घ्यायची, flower घ्यायचे, कोबी घ्यायचे, go for smaller size vegetables. The if you are from my generation, you must be remembering in our childhood, we got tomatoes this small. They were so small and juicy. Now the tomatoes are this big and they are hard like potatoes. You know, they don't have any juice at all. They do look good. They look nice and shiny and good, but they don't have any juice and they are this big. So whenever a food looks very, you know, interesting and a food looks big, you should have that question mark की इथे कुठेतरी काहीतरी गडबड झाली आहे. The real food, the real vegetables, the real good fruits, ते मळकट दिसतात. They don't look very shiny and they don't look very attractive. So the smaller the size, the less the chemical. Last point is antacids and antibiotics. People are popping antacids in India also, like, you know, like candies. And because you get in over the counter, I know so many people, they just, you know, mostly sales people, marketing people, they are just they just take antacids regularly. Now, antacid is what it is going to do. It is going to lower the HCl level, hydrochloric acid level, which is the first line of defense, okay, of our digestive system, one thing. And it is the first step of major digestion process, okay. So if you have a low level of hydrochloric acid, then the whole digestive system is going to get affected step by step, because the digestive system, you know, right from our saliva, from our mouth, till the small intestine, everything is connected. Everything is connected. एका लेवलला प्रॉब्लेम झाला तरी पुढच्या लेवलला ते प्रॉब्लेम रिफ्लेक्ट होत जातात. Next is antibiotic use. I remember some years back I had read this very interesting article written by Dr. Arun Gadre, and शरीर कमजोर तर जंतू शिरजोर असं नाव होतं त्यांच्या लेखाचं. खूप छान त्यांनी त्याच्यामध्ये अँटीबायोटिक ओव्हरयूजमुळे पुढे काय होणार आहे याचा लेख त्यांनी दिलेला होता. सी, antibiotics is getting overused and misused. Many people, if they go to the doctors, I'm sure the doctors who are hearing me out, they will be able to relate to what I'm telling. They will just you know, store the prescription that they have got from the doctor. So the next time when they will be having the same symptoms, they will just take to their friendly medical wala, they will show the same prescription, and even if it is a viral infection, even if it is not, you know, needed, they will just pop the antibiotic thinking that they are saving money, the doctor's money, but actually they are doing too much damage. In the another way, the antibiotics are entering in our body, especially I see in my practice, I see a lot of young people, a lot of sports people, and people are eating chicken like hell. They are at least in Pune, you won't believe how much chicken they are eating. You know, it is almost become a staple food for many youngsters, because they are under that, you know, keto diet mood nowadays. They just want good muscles, want to look nice. They are not bothered about what is going to happen to their intestine in the years to come. Now, on paper, technically, chicken is not bad. Chicken is a lean meat, it is good. But if you dwell into the history, in the past, 10 years before, it took 1 year for the chicken to mature, and it was killed after 1 year. After that, few years before, it took 6 months for the chicken to mature. Now, it is taking only 3 months. Only 3 months. म्हणजे कोंबडी 3 महिन्याची झाली की मॅच्युअर होऊन जाते. How does this happen? Okay, they are giving hormones and they are giving antibiotics. A patient of mine, he works with a veterinary, and he tells me that every day he works in a chicken farm, and he tells me that every day they give 4 antibiotics to the chicken, so that the chicken does not die, and so that the chicken, you know, grows fast. And they see to it that the breast size and the thigh size of the chicken is bigger, because it has the most demand. चिकन ब्रेस्टला आणि चिकन थायला सर्वात जास्त डिमांड आहे. Now, because of that, you must be seeing, the doctors will agree to what I'm saying. You are seeing, we are seeing so many PCOD cases. We are seeing so much of gynecomastia. We are seeing that the breast size and the thigh size of our teenage girls, it is going abnormal at the abnormal level. Okay. So a lot of wrong things are going through this chicken. And I think Gauran chicken हे जर त्याला option आहे, but I'm not sure where if we get genuine Gauran chicken in Pune. Okay, so these are the some of the immunity killers that we should be thinking. Now these are the immunity booster nutrients. I would not dwell in this slide for long, because like we all the time we are hearing about these names, and most of the people know what it is. Only the last 2 points we are going to talk. One is phytochemicals. Okay. Jyoti, I'm going okay?
Yes, 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 yes.
Okay, thank you. So phytochemicals, phytoचा अर्थ color. Okay, anything that gives natural color. When I say color, it's not that red color of the Chinese chicken. Okay, so phyto is color. So orange colorचं गाजर, जांभळ्या रंगाचं वांग, okay, लाल रंगाचं बीट, पिवळ्या रंगाचं लिंबू. So all this range of color, the nature has stored very potent phytochemicals in these colors, and these colors, they just boost our immune system. So जेवढी variety of colors तुमच्या diet मध्ये असणार आहे, the more the colors in your diet, like तुम्ही पिवळ्या रंगाची पोळी खाताय, पिवळ्या रंगाचं वरण खाताय, पिवळ्या रंगाची बटाट्याची भाजी खाताय, ओके, आणि पांढऱ्या रंगाचा भात खाताय, that is not complete diet. You have to have a burst of color in that. You have to take beet, you have to take gajar. Okay, so phytochemicals are very important, and we have to make a habit of imparting. I mean, like for example, I'll just give you an example. You make poha. Okay, so पोह्यामध्ये गाजर टाका, पोह्यामध्ये मटार टाका, पोह्यामध्ये भरपूर कोथिंबीर टाका. So give it a burst of colors. So it will not just enhance the taste. Along with that, it will give you the boost of phytochemicals, which is very good for our immunity. Okay, the next is probiotic. Probiotics have gained a lot of attention in this coming years, and it is very right. As I told you, the immune cells are very much affected by how our microbiome is, or how our good bacteria is, and our good bacteria, to to retain their number, they need probiotics. Okay, fortunately India has a very good rich heritage of probiotic. आपण दही खातो, आपण ताक पितो. ओके, नंतर आपल्याकडे आंबवलेले पदार्थ, इन एव्हरी कम्युनिटी they have that this thing of fermented, like कोकणाकडे आंबील केलं जातं. In the south they have that naturally fermented idlis and dosas. Okay, तर आंबवलेले पदार्थ, नंतर दही ताक. The only thing is that I see some young people, young clients of mine, they just grab the yogurt dabba from mall. Okay, so that is not going to give the probiotic effect. That is the one point you have to remember. The mall packed yogurt or that dahi is not going to give you the probiotic effect. But घरी तुम्ही दही लावलं, किंवा तुम्ही डेअरी मधलं जे रेग्युलर ट्रॅडिशनल पद्धतीने जर दही लावलेलं असेल, ताक असेल, तो येस, it really can help you. So these 2 points I really want to dwell upon. Now let's understand one important thing, and that is that nutrition is not like an island. ती अशी सेपरेट एंटिटी नाहीये की न्यूट्रिशन सांभाळलं सगळं काम झालं, आपली इम्युनिटी बूस्ट होणार. नो, it is in connection with everything. It is mostly in connection with our mind. If our mind is not right, if our mind is not positive, if we are always anxious, angry, afraid, stressed, depressed, then even if you have a complete 100% organic diet, it is not going to help us. It's not going to help us, because everything boils down to proper digestion, everything boils down to proper absorption. But if you are stressed and if your mind is not in the right zone, then even if you give good food, it is not going to help. Now, moderate exercise. Now, this word moderate is very important. Intense exercise, खूप जास्ती व्यायाम केला, अति व्यायाम केला तर फ्री रॅडिकल्स वाढतात. फ्री रॅडिकल्स वाढले तर तुमच्या इम्युनिटीचं काम वाढतं. Okay, so COVID is not the time for intense exercise. Even my sports client, I should say, even my sports client, I have been telling them right from the ages whenever from since COVID has started, I have been telling them don't do the level of exercise you have been doing before COVID. Okay, so it shouldn't be light exercise, it shouldn't be intense exercise, because lot of free radicals will be formed. It has to be moderate exercise. So you can walk, you can jog, you can run. जीने चढ उतार तुम्ही करू शकतात. एरोबिकची छोटीशी एखादी एक बॅच केली, झुंबाची बॅच केली, डान्स केला, that is okay. But 3 hours, 4 hours, the way the sportsmen or some people are very focused, and some may feel that now is the right time for me to work on my body, I'll give 3-4 hours of exercise. Please don't do that. It is going to lower your immunity. Okay, yoga and meditation, I'm not the right person to talk on it, but from my personal experience, I have very high regard for yoga and meditation. We all know, the whole world knows, that yoga meditation brings down the cortisol level. When the cortisol level brings down, everything becomes smooth right from top to bottom. सगळ्या गोष्टी स्मूथ होऊन जातात. Whatever you eat अंगी लागतं, त्याचे न्यूट्रिएंट्स आपल्याला मिळतात. So it's like a yoga is like a istri. It's like a iron to all our wrinkles in our thoughts and everything. Meditation, we all know about it. It is our heritage. This fourth point is especially for the doctors, the frontline warriors of corona. They are not getting enough sleep. They are anxious. The patients are calling them, at ungodly hours. They need to sleep. You have to invest in sleep. It's very important, because some of the doctors I know, they don't get time at the daytime and they want to update themselves. So at night they go on the net and they try to update themselves. But their doctor's health is also important. Okay, so they have to really be very serious about sleep, because less sleep does bring your immunity down. Last, of course, is laughter. We all know that laughter is a good immune booster. Okay, now let's go towards the foods. I have covered the nutrient part, and let's now go towards the foods. Just a minute. Okay. Now this is just a list. Again, the important things I'm going to talk about. We all know high protein foods are good. We all know आंबट गोष्टी, आंबट जे आहेत फळ आहेत त्याच्यातनं vitamin C मिळतात. I talked about fruits and vegetables that are colored. I'm going to talk about the sulfur compounds. Okay. So ज्या ज्या गोष्टी कापल्यानंतर किंवा ज्या ज्या गोष्टी वापरताना त्याचा वास येतो, फॉर एक्झाम्पल हिंगाला वास येतो, मुळ्याला वास येतो, कोबी फ्लावरला एक विशिष्ट वास असतो, तुमच्या कांद्याला लसणाला एक वास असतो, तर ह्याच्यामध्ये काही सल्फर कंपाऊंड्स असतात. Okay, and these sulfur compounds have been found to be very helpful for our immunity. So we have to be really, during Shravan, some people just stop having onion and garlic. It's okay, but then you should load up on other things, because it really helps our immunity. Then last is ginger, garlic, tulsi, hing. Now in the COVID era, even the lay person, they have become half Ayurvedic. So I'm not going to talk anything on that. They are taking all those kadas, and they will even add up, hey, ह्याच्याबरोबर हे पण घ्या, ते पण घ्या. So everybody now knows that yes, the herbs and spices. I remember my niece, she had come from Switzerland some years back, and she saw me making the curry and all, and she said, you call yourself a dietitian and you're putting so much of masalas in the curry. How do you call yourself a dietitian? So the people in the West, they think that masalas are like not good for digestion, and they will just create acidity. But we Indians, through generations, we know our masalas are very healthy. We know that our masalas are medicinal, and it has been non-crude. Now everywhere, I attended some nutritional US webinars on immunity, and there they were talking about curcumin and turmeric and turmeric latte and all that, like milk with turmeric, which even in the rural area, people knew that दूध हळद किंवा हळद चांगली असते, and we used to use it for so many things. Okay, so next. Okay, Now this is a very controversial subject, supplements. Okay, there are two strong groups. Like some people think that supplements only make your urine rich and it's just waste of money, and some people think that no, we need supplements. Some of my doctor friends gave me a feedback that people are popping pills like hell. They are just like, they just read and hear the YouTube videos, and they are like having zinc and vitamin C. One of my patient taking 4,000 mg of vitamin C, and then she started having urinary complaints. Her urine became acidic, and things like this. So if you ask me, my personal opinion is it depends on who is taking it. For example, if you are a very physically active person, if you're having enough rest, if you are having all balanced diet, eating real foods, ghar ka khana, acha khana, okay, if you are not having any stress, and if you don't have any lifestyle disease like diabetes and high bp and high cholesterol, you don't need any supplement. Okay, you don't need to even think of supplement. But how many of us are like that? Like how many of us are having this kind of ideal life? Very few of us. Those who do have, they don't need to go for supplement. But otherwise, if you are a diabetic, you do need vitamin D. If you are a heart patient, if you are having high bp, vitamin B12 is very important for you. Vitamin E is an antioxidant. It is good for everybody, but the supplementation, I'm suggesting it because very few people eat chutneys and nuts and oil seeds, which are rich in vitamin E. The vitamin E rich foods जे आहेत ते आपल्याकडे कमी खाल्ले जातात, and so vitamin E supplement can be taken. Vitamin C, actually it's not needed. In the future slide I'll show you that we have got such a potent natural source of vitamin C. We don't even need to have vitamin C. But yes, of course, if you are a frontline warrior, like if you are a police personnel or you are a general practitioner, and every day you are taking the too much of viral load, then yes, I strongly recommend that such people should go for supplementation during the COVID era. After the COVID era, you can decide for yourself. काही महिने विटॅमिन्स घेतले, डॉक्टरांच्या सल्ल्याने घेतले, आणि त्या कंट्रोल्ड फॉर्म मध्ये घेतले, अतिरेक नाही केला, तर सप्लिमेंट्स आर कम्प्लिटली सेफ. यू रिअली नीड नॉट वरी अबाउट इट. Some ladies, rather I would say most of the Indian ladies are anemic. Okay, and ladies just live through it, and they just get accustomed to living with anemia. But this is not the time to live with anemia, because if you have iron deficiency anemia, your immunity is going to go down and down and down. So if you are at the perimenopausal age, if you are bleeding a lot, okay, if you are having low iron states, then do contact your doctor, do take iron. Only as a nutritionist, I would like to give a tip to my doctor friends. Do not prescribe iron linearly. Do not prescribe it like just take iron for 1 month, 2 months continuously. Just give them break. Iron needs break. Otherwise the intestine gets exhausted, because iron is a very strong mineral. It's a very strong mineral. Okay, so normally what I do is, depending on the iron levels, hemoglobin levels, I'll give 2 times a week or 3 times a week or 4 times a week. I'll try to give break in between. Okay, so that the intestine gets some time, so then there is no constipation and there are no digestive issues. And though the iron levels will rise slowly, the patient or the person will not suffer from any related problems, because we need to protect our intestine. We don't want to load it with lot of iron, because too much of iron is also not good. Intestine has its gates, it has its biological gates, so it just blocks it off, and that iron it tries to be excreted in the stools, and then the person may suffer from constipation. Okay, so how to increase proteins in diet? Nowadays we are hearing a lot, COVID preventive diet. I'm going to come to that. COVID preventive diet, proteins have a very important role. But it's not just how much protein you are taking. The basic rule is जेवढं तुमचं वजन आहे तेवढे ग्रॅम प्रोटीन तुमच्या पोटात रोज गेले पाहिजे. For example, if I am 50 kg weight, I should be taking 50 grams of good proteins on a daily basis. There is no storage system. So it has to be on a daily basis. Day in, day out, I had to take 50 grams. So it's really, you know, when I see
जेवढं
people.
वजन असेल तेवढं प्रोटीन तुम्ही दरवेळेला घेतलं पाहिजे. ते स्टोर होत नाही शरीरात.
Sorry, you please continue. So please
Yes.
continue.
Yes, Mansi. So what I was telling is that sometimes some people, you know, become over enthusiastic, and they think if I take more protein, more protein, it's going to be good for body. It's not. You know, the body is going to get exhausted, and excess protein gets changed into fats. Anything excess, the body will not say, "Chala heche muscle thode आणखीन वाढवून टाकू." No. Okay. So you have to take optimum protein. That is rule number 1. Second rule for the protein is the protein has to be of good quality. Now, what is good quality protein? We know animal protein is the best protein. But as I told you before, I am not a big fan of the chicken that we get at present. So I personally do not recommend chicken. Maraila kai mutton, fish. Okay. Mutton, then we are concerned about the cholesterol thing. Maraila fish. Okay. So fish is again like, we are never sure that we are going to get a steady supply. Like in Mumbai and Konkan area, it is okay. But in cities like Pune and all, it's really difficult to get fish, you know, all year round. Then we have to go towards eggs. Again, eggs, the eggs that we get in market is this big eggs we are getting, which again, they are not good for the body. Okay. We have to search for, we have to shop for small size eggs. The smaller the egg, the better it is. त्याला आपण गावरान अंडी म्हणतो. You can call it organic egg. So try to give, you know, some people think की मोठा अंडा घेतलं म्हणजे तेवढे ग्रॅम प्रोटीन वाढणार आहे, आपले पैसे वाचणार आहे. No, it's not going to help you. You have to take small size eggs. Okay. So the point that I'm trying to make is, it is really difficult to, reach that number of because माझं वजन जर 60 किलो आहे तर मला 60 ग्रॅम लागणार. माझं वजन 70 किलो आहे तर मला 70 ग्रॅम प्रोटीन रोज लागणार आहे. आणि and top of that, if I'm a vegetarian, just imagine you go on the net and you put की 100 grams उसळ किती ग्रॅम प्रोटीन देते, 100 ग्रॅम डाळ किती ग्रॅम प्रोटीन देते. यू विल सी, इफ यू ऍड अप द थिंग, आपला पूर्ण दिवस उसळी डाळी खाण्यातच आपला पूर्ण दिवस जाणार. वी विल गेट ऑल गॅशेस अँड ब्लोटेड. सो my suggestion here is, instead of going for that number, try to go for good quality protein. Okay. Now, what is good quality protein? First is the proteinचं absorption चांगलं झालं पाहिजे. प्रोटीनचं ऍब्सॉर्प्शन चांगलं होणारे 2 गोष्टी आहेत सध्या तरी. एक म्हणजे वे प्रोटीन आहे. ओके. I know there is a lot of controversy about whey protein. If the time permits, I'll talk about that. Second is egg. Egg is a very noble, it is the nutrition, in the nutrition world, egg has the, what you say, bioavailability ji ahe proteinची, it is considered the best among all high protein foods. So the bioavailability is very important. Net protein utilization, you call it. So again, as I said, eggs, again, they are getting bigger in size. So we have to, look into that matter. Now we'll come to the vegetarian people. Now in veg, my personal favorite, if you ask me, in protein is modacha usoli. That is the sprouts. Okay. Modacha usoli is my personal favorite. Why? It is good for heart patient. It is good for BP patient. It is good for diabetes. It is good for obese people. It is good for hormonal problems. It is good in almost every conditions. Okay. So it becomes very easy. And we have at least 10 to 12 types of modacha usali. At least in Maharashtra, we have a whole range of modacha usali. So then it doesn't become the same thing. The only problem is that you have to cook it a lot. You have to really cook it. Some people take it raw. It's not going to give you any proteins. Proteins, जर तुम्ही cook नाही केलात, तुम्हाला proteins मिळणार नाहीये. Proteins need to be cooked. Cooked and cooked and cooked. पूर्वीच्या काळी डाळ अशी उकळत ठेवली जायची चुलीवर. Okay, that was a good actually thing. आपण आता पटापटा शिट्ट्या करून घेतो. Actually, the more you cook the protein in a very mild, giving it mild heat, the more the protein becomes, easily digestible and easily available. So I was telling you about sprouts. Okay. So whenever you have to eat sprouts and dal, you have have to combine it with carbohydrates. म्हणजे तुम्ही नुसती उसळ नाश्त्याला नुसती उसळ चमच्यानी खाल्ली तुम्हाला प्रोटीन्स मिळणार नाही आहे. ओके, यू हॅव टू कंबाईन इट आयदर विथ सम दही ताक or you have to combine it with chapati or bhakri or rice. That is the most important point I want you to remember. की उसळी आणि डाळी तुम्हाला, and fortunately in India we for years we have been eating these things in combination. We have our idli sambar, we have our khichdi, we have our झुणका भाकर and usal poli and all that. But in the newer generation, I am seeing people, they just, for lunch, they will take the steamed matki and they will take salad. And they think they are doing the, smart thing. But actually they are not going to get protein because the protein chain gets broken. The protein chain is not completed. For the protein chain to get complete in veg protein, it has to be combined with carbohydrates. Okay. So this is one important point. The second point about soya flour and dal flour, म्हणजे गव्हाच्या पिठामध्ये 1 किलो मागे पावशर तुम्ही सोया फ्लोर घालू शकतात. I am not a big fan of soya flour. So normally what I do is फुटाणा डाळ मिळतं, I don't know what you call in English, roasted chana. We get roasted chana. It is pretty inexpensive and it is very light on tummy. So that roasted chana, you buy it and you just run it to the mixer, and 1 किलो गव्हाच्या पिठामध्ये 250 grams पावशर roasted chana powder जर तुम्ही mix केला, instantly your chapati becomes high protein. So that is a easy way. Secondly, आपल्या बऱ्याचशा घरांमध्ये आपण खिचडी करतो. खिचडी करताना जितका तांदूळ वापरणार तेवढीच डाळ वापरायची. सेम इक्वल प्रोपोर्शन. सो मेक इट अ हॅबिट. एक हॅबिट लावून टाकायची की 1 वाटी आपण तांदूळ घेतला, 1 वाटीच डाळ घ्यायची, कमी डाळ नाही घ्यायची. So these are some of the points that you can cover. Okay. Mansi and Jyoti, I have 4-5 more slides. Should I speed things up?
Yes, continue. No problem.
Okay, fine. Now I'm coming to the COVID preventive diet. Now everybody has this question in mind, and you must have seen many videos and many suggestions. Now this is what I am suggesting. Okay. Now here I'm showing you the regular thali. म्हणजे regular एक 4 लोकांमध्ये आपण जे खातो, पोळी भाजी भात वरण. This is what normally people eat. आधी पोळी भाजी खाल्ली आणि मग नंतर थोडासा भात वरण खाल्ला. याला काहीतरी तोंडी लावणी म्हणून समटाइम्स दे विल हॅव लोणचं और पापड और समथिंग किंवा एखाद्या अशा छोट्याशा कोपऱ्यामध्ये 2-3 काकडीचे तुकडे बिकडे चुकून पडलेले असतात, किंवा छोटंसं काहीतरी कोशिंबीर जरी असली तरी ती काही डाव्या हाताला म्हणून अगदी जस्ट थोडीशी लावलेली असते. ओके, सो दिस इज आवर रेग्युलर थाली. दिस थाली was okay when people worked a lot physically. Okay, because if you can see, most of the thali is covered with carbohydrates. Carbohydrates gives you lot of energy, lot of easy chutta paisa, which we need for moving around. But we are not moving around. And after this COVID era, you can see now even we are all sitting. Okay, so we are going to sit a lot henceforth. I don't know for how long. And even before that, we were sitting a lot. So these carbohydrates are not going to help us. So this is the thali that I am suggesting you. Okay, so this is the immune booster thali. So you can see what change I have made. You can see that half of the thali, it's combination of proteins and carbs, but the other half, if you will see, the other half has been given completely to the vegetable kingdom and the fruit kingdom. So this thali will not just rise your immunity. Along with that, it's going to help you protect from BP, acidity, gallstones, you name it, diabetes, hypothyroid, so many things, even from cancer. Okay, so आपल्या जेवणाचा अर्धा भाग जर आपण भाजी आणि कच्चं किंवा भाजी आणि सलाड कोशिंबिरी किंवा भाजी रायता किंवा काय whatever, anything vegetable, even if you are a non-vegetarian, even if you have chicken, in the proteins you are having mutton or chicken in the protein section. Along with that, you have to see that you have a huge number of it. Just 4 कांद्याच्या चकत्या लावल्या आणि एक लिंबाचा तुकडा लावला की नॉनव्हेज चला आपण बॅलन्स केलं. नो, you are not balancing your non-veg. You are making your body too much acidic An acidic body is not a healthy body. Remember that. Proteins make your body acidic, carbohydrates make your body acidic. आणि आपल्याला ज्या सगळ्या खोड्या असतात, आपण लोणचं चटण्या नाही पण लोणची खातो, पापड खातो, आपण स्नॅक्स घेतो, आपण चहा कॉफी खूप पितो, हे सगळं आपल्या बॉडीला ऍसिडिक बनवत असतं. The only element in our diet that makes our body alkaline is salad, कोशिंबिरी आणि आपल्या भाज्या. ओके, भाज्या आय सी इन माय पेशंट, पावशर भाजी आणली जाते, 4-5 लोकांना मिळून ती पावशर भाजी पुरवली जाते. इट्स नॉट अ गुड हॅबिट. वी हॅव टू लर्न टू बाय ह्यूज अमाउंट ऑफ subsies. We have to learn to make huge amount of subsies, and we have to learn to take huge amount of subsies in our thali. So this is a very important point. And this immune booster thali, this is a pre-COVID, pre-COVID preventive thali, and this is also post-COVID thali. Like कोविड झाल्यानंतर मधले काही दिवस जाऊ द्यायचे, कोविड झाल्यावर लगेच प्रोटीन्स अजिबात चालू करायचे नाहीये. मेनी पीपल डू दिस रॉंग थिंग. They will instantly, they will feel that now I have to get back on track, and if they increase the proteins, I'm telling you, it causes a lot of digestive problem. So they have to give their body some time to heal, come normal, and then they have to again introduce proteins, good proteins in their diet, and they have to increase the fiber, and they have to increase the sabji. Okay, so in short, so what should be the COVID preventive diet? There should be more proteins. The carbs has to go down. आता carbs कमी करायचे म्हणजे काय करायचे? If you are eating 2 chapatis, come down to 1.5 chapati or 1 chapati. If you are eating 1 katori of rice, bring it down to half katori of rice. Slowly start bringing the carbs down. And as you start bringing the carbs down, slowly increase your vegetables and salad. एका बाजूला चपाती, भाकरी, भात कमी करत जायचा हळूहळू, आणि एका बाजूला भाजी, कच्चं, सलाड, कोशिंबिरी हळूहळू वाढवत जायचं. And then you just stay with that kind of approach, not just for COVID, for any kind of infection, for any kind of lifestyle disease. Believe me, it helps a lot. Okay, पापड, लोणची, जॅम, सॉस, गोड लागतं बऱ्याच लोकांना, रोज लागतं. That's not a good habit. We have to invest in chutneys. We have forgotten our chutneys. Chutneys are a wonderful source of zinc, selenium, vitamin E, calcium, magnesium, so many things. And there are such a variety of chutneys. ओल्या चटण्या आहेत, कोरड्या चटण्या आहेत. Believe me, they are just wonderful. आपल्याकडे आंब्याचं लोणचं करायची पद्धत आहे. कोविड पासून ही सवय सोडून द्या. हळदीचं लोणचं करा, ओल्या हळदीचं लोणचं करा, हळदीचं लोणचं करा, आंब्याचं लोणचं विसरा. Okay, so the COVID patient diet has to be good quality proteins. Then the carbs have to be healthy. Of course, तुम्ही मुरमुरा वगैरे खाल्ला, ब्रेड खाल्ला, तो it's not considered healthy carbs. As I told you, the food has to be alkaline. That means की तुमच्या भाज्या, तुमची फळं, तुमचे सलाड वाढले पाहिजे. आणि sorry, I lost the track. Sorry, this is the next point, that is the COVID patient's diet. Just give me a minute. This here I was telling you the COVID preventive diet. Okay, COVID होऊ नये म्हणून आपली इम्युनिटी कशी मेंटेन करायची. ज्योती, यू गेटिंग इट ना, राईट?
येस.
हा, तर हा कोविड प्रिव्हेंटिव्ह डाएट मी तुम्हाला सांगितला. नाउ वी आर मूव्हिंग की इन स्पाइट ऑफ डुईंग एव्हरीथिंग, अनफॉर्च्युनेटली यू लँड अप विथ कोविड. ओके, तर त्या कोविड पेशंटनी काय खायचं आहे? ओके, तर कोविड पेशंटनी जे खायचं आहे त्याच्यातल्या 2 महत्वाच्या गोष्टी मला तुम्हाला सांगायचे, की अजिबात जड पदार्थ खायचे नाहीयेत. ती व्यक्ती एका रूम मध्ये राहणार आहे, हालचाल बंद असणार आहे, त्यांच्या बॉडीमध्ये वेगवेगळ्या प्रकारची औषधं जाणार आहेत, आणि ती व्यक्ती अतिशय स्ट्रेस खाली असणार आहे. अशा व्यक्तीला हेल्दी म्हणून, पौष्टिक म्हणून जर आपण त्यांना चिकन आणि मटन आणि अंडी देत बसलो, तर इट इज नॉट गोइंग टू हेल्प देम. ओके, वी हॅव टू गिव्ह देम प्रोटीन्स, नो डाऊट, बट द प्रोटीन्स हलके पाहिजे. मुगाची डाळ द्या, अंडी दिली तर त्याच्यामध्ये भरपूर कोथिंबीर घालून द्या. जे काही देणार आहे ते हलक्या प्रमाणात, सहजपणे, सुलभपणे पचन होईल असंच प्रोटीन त्यांना द्यायचं आहे. त्यांच्या जेवणामध्ये अल्कलाईन फूड्स जास्ती पाहिजे. मी तुम्हाला एक एक्झाम्पल सांगते अल्कलाईन फूडचं. आपल्या ज्या भाज्या आहेत, सगळ्या भाज्या आहेत, त्यातल्या ज्या वेल भाज्या आणि पालेभाज्या. वेल भाज्या म्हणजे कुठल्या? पडवळ आहे, दोडका आहे, दुधी आहे, लाल भोपळा आहे, तोंडली आहे. So all this whale bhaji, gourd family, okay, GOURD, maybe I'm spelling it wrong. हा, तर त्याला वेल भाज्या म्हणतो आपण मराठीमध्ये. तर ही जी सगळी फॅमिली आहे, दिस इज द मोस्ट अल्कलाइन सब्जीज. ओके, so when you have a COVID patient in your family, you have to make vel bhaji, or the second option is pale bhaji. Okay, so but pale bhaji, don't give pale bhaji if the person is suffering from diarrhea, but then otherwise pale bhaji is really fine for them. हलकी असते, हलक्या पद्धतीने तिला बनवा. Okay, so vel bhaji, pale bhaji, and some amount of what you say, fruit vegetables like bhendi पण हलकी असते. So alkaline foods should be given to the COVID patient. Traditional hot beverage, we Indians are really great in our traditional hot beverage. आपल्याकडे मुगाचं कडण आहे, आपल्याकडे पाया सूप आहे. ओके, आपल्याकडे वेगवेगळे बीट गाजर सूप आहे, पालक सूप आहे. So we can really make such good hot beverages. And I'm not going to talk about kadhas and all those things, because I guess we all know that, because Ayush has covered it. Many Ayurvedic doctors, they can guide on that, so I'm not going to cover that. But in the regular जेवणामध्ये पण त्यांना पाया सूप दिलं, त्यांना पालक सूप दिलं, त्यांना मुगाचं कडण, दॅट्स अ वंडरफुल थिंग. मुगाचं कडण दिलं किंवा डाळीचं सूप बनवून दिलं, मिक्स डाळींचं सूप दिलं. जर का टेम्परेचर खूप हाय असेल तर त्यांना सोल कढी बनवून दिली. सो दिस थिंग्स आर रिअली गोइंग टू मेक देम फ्रेश. It's not going to put lot of stress on their digestive system, and at the same time it's going to help them heal. Okay, the proteins द्या, हलके proteins द्या, healthy carbs द्या, मुरमुरे हलके. Most people think that murmures are halke. They are not halke. The worst thing. Okay, तर मुरमुऱ्याचा चिवडा करून ठेवला, हलका हलका दिला, नाही, it's not a good idea. Okay. Okay, so here I have just given you some sample diet plans that I suggest my patients when they give me a call. Some of their त्यांचे नातेवाईक किंवा त्यांचे फ्रेंड्स किंवा त्यांना स्वतःला कोणाला झालं असेल,
so तू कंटिन्यू कर सीमा.
ओके फाईन. सो दीज आर सम ऑफ द, मी जे मगाशी सांगितलं त्याचे हे काही एक्झाम्पल्स आहेत. सो यू विल सी दॅट the proteins are there, but it's like I have used moong dal. Okay, so even chicken soup, now you will say that I talk so bad about chicken and how I'm suggesting chicken soup. So when the patient is admitted and थोड्या काळाकरता चिकन सूप द्यायला काही हरकत नाही, because it brings up the mucus and it helps dilate the bronchus and all that. So from that point of view, just for some time you can give the chicken soup. तुम्हाला गावरान चिकन मिळालं तर well and good. So you can see that mostly for a COVID patient, I advocate the use of rice more than chapati and more than bhakri. Okay, because rice has this tendency of being very mild on the tummy, and the proteins पण त्याचे mild असतात. And if you combine rice with the right dal like varan bhat, khichdi, and you make that ghawan and all that, it becomes a very easy thing. And because they are confined in a room, they shouldn't be having things that will create gases. Do not try to make your COVID patient happy by trying to cook up things that they love, like त्यांना वडे आवडतात, चला हे आवडतं ते करून द्या. No, don't do that. Please hold on to it. You can have your post COVID party afterwards, but when they are in quarantine, when they are going through this, their mind and their body is under a lot of stress. So please halka jevan dya, and these should continue for even after COVID. Once they have come out of that problem, even after that एक आठवडा त्यांना त्या लेवलला ठेवायचं. Now I'm giving one tip to the doctors over here. When your patient, after the whole antibiotic thing and the steroid and whatever you're giving, once that dose is covered, I suggest that you give them a whole course of probiotic supplement. Okay, Renifol द्या, Vibac DS द्या, whatever Neutrolin B द्या, whichever you are accustomed to. But do give them a probiotic supplement, because त्यांचा पोटाचा बॅक्टेरिया सगळा खराब झालेला असतो या सगळ्या आजारपणात. So post COVID, the first thing the family doctor should be doing is give a probiotic supplement. Okay. So these are just the list of healthy snacks. If you can see, I have tried to give some alkaline this. For example, makana. You must have heard makana. You get, it's very alkaline and it's unprocessed. इवन साडीच्या लाह्या जर तुम्ही ऐकलं असेल, साडीच्या लाह्यांचा चिवडा जर तुम्ही स्नॅक्स म्हणून देऊ शकतात. ऑल फ्रुट्स तुम्ही देता. रेनबो राईस जे मी ते सांगितलंय, रेनबो राईस म्हणजे काही नाही, यू जस्ट यूज अ लॉट ऑफ व्हेजिटेबल्स लाईक गाजर अँड यू नो green peas and tomato. You just use a lot of colored vegetables as I told you before, and जरा परतलेला भात ज्याला आपण म्हणतो, you just use a lot of vegetables and you make a khichdi or either परतलेला भात करून तुम्ही देऊ शकतात. Oats are quite easy on the stomach. Nachni is easy on the stomach. As I told you, all those rice dosas, don't confuse it with the uttappa things and all. I'm talking about the basic तांदळाचं घावन. Okay, so you can give those rice dosa. And green omelette is nothing. You just make an omelette and you put all the green things. For example, you put a lot of coriander or you can put palak, and the omelette should look all green. Okay, so that makes the omelette alkaline. So you get the benefit of protein, plus you will not have to worry about the acidity. Okay, now last 2-3 slides are remaining. Now we know India is the country of Main Tulsi Tere Aangan Ki. Like in past, we every other household. I remember when I was a kid, I used to go to any household. I had this habit of, you know, first thing we used to do is ki that तुळशीचे 2-3 पानं काढायची आणि तोंडामध्ये टाकायची. And I'm sure people of my age group must be fondly remembering how we used to just, you know, it was just a habit, like just तुळशीची पानं काढायची, तोंडात टाकायची. So like today the whole world is talking about turmeric and tulsi and all those things, which we Indians we are already using it. Okay, so I'm just trying to, you know, put forth before you the inbuilt things we have in our own kitchens. Turmeric, we know we use it a lot and we should be using it a lot. Some of my young generation, they go and buy that turmeric milk you get in the stores. Please don't do this. That is the stupidest thing to do, the stupidest way to, you know, spend money. I don't know why they are buying that term. साधं हळदीचं दूध येते, ते पॅकेट मध्ये घेऊन, यु नो, इंडियन ती व्यक्ती करते, हीच खूप गमतीशीर गोष्ट आहे. पीपल हॅव, यु नो, मार्केटमध्ये ते आलं पण आहे आणि सेल होतंय, ही पण आणखीन गमतीची गोष्ट आहे. दूध हळद तुम्हाला प्यायचंच असेल, बट लेट मी टेल यू वन थिंग, द मिल्क, I am not very happy with the kind of milk we get in here in the cities. Okay, so if at all you want to get the benefit of doodh halad, see that you get gir gaiचं दूध. The regular milk that we get, I don't know, in Ayurveda we were taught that milk is amrut. Okay, but today's milk is like amrutanjan. It's not amrut. Okay, it's like it feels like amrut, it's not amrut, believe me. Okay, so you have to be sure that the milk is genuine, then only that doodh halad is going to be useful. Okay, then onion, garlic, cabbage, radish we use a lot, and I already covered it. Indian masala curries, I told you ki aple masale je ahet, almost all masalas are very healthy and they are power packed with you know, good things. Okay, next is the alkaline herbs. Now कोथिंबीर, एवढी कोथिंबीर घरी आणून ठेवा. You want a shortcut for your diet to be made alkaline, just bring a lot of kothambir, store it in the fridge, and whatever you make, you just, you know, take a bunch of coriander leaves and you add to it. You know, the new generation, even my son, you know, he just picks off that curry leaves and kothambir and everything green that he sees in this. It's not a good thing. So what I do is I just, you know, see that it's not seen. So try to incorporate the alkaline herbs, and we all Indians are really used to using a lot of kothambir in our this. And last but not the least, when I went for ORAC values, you know, and when I went for the top ORAC value is that oxidative capacity of a certain food, which gives it the most potent, it makes it the most potent immunity booster. So in whatever this I put on net, they came up with cranberries and raspberries and blueberries and all kinds of berries, and I could not find the Indian gooseberry there. And then when I went for that, it showed that Indian gooseberry, the good old avla that we really take it so lightly, it has 55 times ORAC value of the regular blueberries, which in the US is considered something, blueberries is respected as a very perfect immune fighter. And we have the Avla, which is 55 times more. Now, once you hear it, I'm sure you must be thinking about, going and buying that Chyawanprash. Please don't do that, okay? Because the sugar in that Chyawanprash is going to, reduce the effect of Avla. You want to eat Avla, eat it in the genuine form. You either eat the fruit or you just grate it, dry it. Even if you dry the Avla, the vitamin C is not going to get lost. So you don't have to worry, okay? You eat it or you dry it, you grate it, or you can have the good old Avla powder that you get in Ayurvedic stores, and you can just put it in your body soap, or you can put it on your salads, or you can just have it just like that in warm water. But believe me, we have to really घराघरामध्ये आंब्याचं लोणचं केलं जातं. जेव्हा घराघरामध्ये आवळा खाल्ला जाईल आपल्याकडे इंडियामध्ये, देन आय वुड से दॅट दिस इज रिअली खऱ्या अर्थाने आपण हेल्दी वे कडे चाललेलो आहे. One point I have not mentioned over here, but I think I need to mention, and that is moringa. Moringa म्हणजे शेवगा. Okay, in the south, moringa is used a lot. Moringa leaves are used a lot. Shevga is the tree of life. It's a wonderful nutritional thing. Whenever you make dal, see that you put some shevga drumsticks into your dal. It's really, really helps with your immunity, and it's a wonderful thing for your body. Okay, now this is the last slide, and this is my own invention. I'm really proud of it because I'm a lazy person, and even if I know that this thing is good, this thing is good, I just forget it. So I thought that why not have one thing which I'll be having every day, and which will give me the required zinc and selenium and vitamin E and everything. So I'll just explain it in 2 minutes. It's very simple. बडीशोप घ्या, आपली रेग्युलर बडीशोप जी आहे तुम्हाला हवी तेवढी घ्या. आणि हे जी मी लिस्ट दिलेले आहेत खाली, तीळ आहे, बदामचे तुकडे आहेत. तीळ आणि बदामाच्या तुकड्यातनं कॅल्शियम मॅग्नेशियम मिळतं. नंतर चिया सीड्स आहेत, जवस आहे. चिया सीड्स आणि जवस मधनं ओमेगा 3 मिळतं. नंतर कलिंगडाचे बिया आहेत, सूर्यफुलाच्या बिया आहेत आणि भोपळ्याच्या बिया आहेत. ओके, या तिन्हीतनं आपल्याला खूप चांगलं झिंक आणि सेलेनियम मिळतं नॅचरल फॉर्म मध्ये. आणि लास्टला जे आहे ओवा. ओवा हेल्प्स इन डायजेशन. सो यातलं जे जे तुम्हाला मिळेल, तुम्हाला जितक्या फॉर्मॅटमध्ये पाहिजे, यू जस्ट रोस्ट द होल थिंग. यू हॅव टू रोस्ट इट. इट्स व्हेरी इम्पॉर्टंट. And when you are roasting the badishop, see that you sprinkle some haldi ka pani, haldiचं पाणी मारायचं त्याच्यावर, and you just roast the badishop in a wonderful flavorful way, and you roast these other things, and you just add it, and you just store that badishop. This is my gift to all the doctor warriors who really need to protect themselves, and I really salute you all for doing your job in the right way, especially the family physicians, where the hospital people, at least they have the team, they have the whole team, but here you all are fighting alone. And I really want to make a request that you have to look after yourself, and you have to look after your immunity. तर अशी बडीशोप तुम्ही घरी करून ठेवा. जाता येता तोंडात 1-2 चमचे टाकायचे. इट इज व्हेरी टेस्टी and it is very nutritious. It is good for our immune system. It is good for digestion. It is good for everything. Okay, so the take home message is keep your body alkaline. भाज्या आणि फळं जास्ती खा, पाणी भरपूर प्या. This third point is especially for the doctors who are not getting any rest. They should be doing some yogasana. They should be taking rest. They should become bit selfish and not just become sacrificing. I keep telling this to my doctor friends. Don't be too sacrificing. COVID is going to stay for some more time, I guess. So you need to not burn yourself. So give rest to the body and mind. आणि लास्ट पॉइंट खूप महत्वाचा आहे, बिकॉज आय नो आफ्टर दिस सम ऑफ यू आर गोइंग टू कम विथ हे इतकं पाहिजे, ते तितकं पाहिजे, हे कमी पडतं. सो लेट मी टेल यू वन थिंग. इन द न्यूट्रिशन वर्ल्ड, perfection is not important. Perfection is not important at all. What is important is consistency. तुम्ही 60% गोष्टी जरी मी सांगितलेल्या केल्या तरी it is going to give you 100% results. Let me tell you. That is what nutrition world is. You don't have to be 100% perfect की इतकंच प्रोटीन खायचं, इतकंच कॅल्शियम खायचं, इतकंच भाज्या खायच्या. नो, यू हॅव टू जस्ट तुमचा ट्रॅक जो आहे पाहिजे त्याच्यात कन्सिस्टन्सी पाहिजे. इफ यू गो विथ दॅट, you are going to get wonderful results. With this I end my talk. If there are Mansi and Jyoti,
Yes, yes. Thank you.
I want to thank you both. And if there are any questions, I am open to the questions. I hope I have not gone beyond my allotted time. And
No.
thank you all for your patient hearing. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Seema, for such a wonderful speech. Your oratory skills are too good. And Amala, you are giving all this information. Our patients are asking us about pre-COVID, during COVID, and post-COVID diets.
Yeah.
And you helped us to make our thali also. So we are proceeding further for our question answer session.
Yeah.
So Seema, some questions for you.
Yeah.
One question from Ms. Amrapali Aurangabadkar. Should we eat what we said of fruits and salads? Should we eat them raw or cooked?
Good question. See, it depends on your digestive thing, and I think you should do it both, because in sabji you cook it. Okay, so once you cook it, it becomes easily digestible. And the just as I showed in the thali, 1/4 part has to be raw. Okay, so there you take either salads or you take fruits, whichever way you are comfortable. Okay, so cooking has its own benefit. For example, for some people, if you cook the beet or the carrot, then it becomes more digestible. But
especially senior citizen people.
Yes, you're very right. So for them, cooking is okay. Only thing is they're going to lose some vitamin C and some B complex. So then they can just top it up with some fruits. That's all.
Okay. So another question is, Madam, I'm allergic to sour food and fruits. Then what should I eat for vitamin C?
Yeah, good question. Then you'll have to supplement. Yeah.
Okay. So
and let me tell you one thing. There are some foods which are not sour. For example, there is capsicum, Simla mirchi, and there is papaya. So the person can just go on the net or just contact a dietitian. They'll give you the whole list of foods which are not sour, but they have some vitamin C. Even cabbage has some vitamin C. Papaya has vitamin C. Even Simla mirchi has vitamin C. Even our regular mirchi has vitamin C.
Okay, but that Simla mirchi and cabbage should we eat cooked or
no, raw? If you want vitamin C, because it's a water soluble thing, you have to eat. For vitamin C, you have to have it raw.
Okay. So another question, in during COVID, these dairy products are not allowed.
Yeah.
They should be avoided. So paneer is a good source of protein, and what to do about the dairy products? And
so during COVID, I don't know whether they're talking about patient. Yes, dairy foods do increase the mucus secretion. So when if it's a patient, don't have it. But for pre-COVID or for COVID prevention, it depends. Like if you are very much used to having dairy products, or as I said, if your dairy products are genuine, if you make paneer at home or your dairy wala gives you genuine paneer, then fine. Paneer is a good source of calcium and all the good things. No problem. Proteins.
Another question is,
do not give dairy to a COVID patient.
Okay, so no to COVID patients, but yes, in small amount in post-COVID.
Pre and post.
Okay. So rice increase your weight.
Pardon?
What you say? Rice is increase.
No. This asks for a complete separate lecture. If you see the rice eating states in India, there is no obesity over there. Okay. Obesity is present in urban states where we eat a lot of processed foods and we are inactive. Rice does not increase weight. Take my word for it.
Okay. And for pickle, if it is yes or no for your thali?
No, I already told you now. आंब्याचं लोणचं third class प्रकार आहे. Okay. So you have to shift to आंबे हळद or हळदीचं लोणचं. आंब्याचं लोणचं it increases your BP. So don't go for it. We have to stop eating it.
Okay. So for post-COVID patients, you suggested to take probiotics.
Yes.
So how long we can take these probiotics?
I guess for 10 days is fine.
Okay.
10 दिवस दिले खूप झालं. Probiotic supplement.
Okay. So cooked food after keeping in fridge for a day or two, does it lose all the nutrition?
Not all, but some.
Okay.
Not all, but some. Yeah. Okay. So if you are, it's all a relative thing. If you are a very busy person and you are also a busy and a lazy person, but you want to have good homemade food, then it's like a profit loss thing. कि थोडे फार टक्के लॉस होते ठीक आहे, but at least बाबा मी एकदम 2 दिवसाचं करून ठेवलं, माझं काम कव्हर होतंय. At least I am not buying something from McD's or KFC. then it's all a profit loss thing. But if you have time and if you have the inclination, do have all taza food.
Okay. So 2-3 more questions, Seema.
Yes.
The one thing is how much of oil we can take daily.
Okay. See, that also is a very subjective thing. If you're healthy and fit and fine and not having any lifestyle diseases, okay, and not obese. I'm not saying overweight. I'm saying obese. If you're not obese, then you can very easily take 1 liter oil per month. फॉर वन पर्सन. म्हणजे एक व्यक्ती महिन्याला 1 लिटर तेल वापरू शकतो. घरात 3 लोक असतील तर 3 लिटरच्या पिशव्या आणा. But if you are obese, if you are having any lifestyle diseases, you know, you are under stress and so many all those negative things, then 600 ml per person per month.
Okay.
And the oil, it's not just about amount. The oil has to be घाण्याचं तेल. It shouldn't be refined. And they have to keep changing the oils. You cannot just keep on eating one type of oil. It's not good.
Yes. Okay. So you told us many more things about amla. So here our attendees, they are asking us, can we eat amla candy? Can we eat amla? Can we take amla juice?
Now you just go and trouble your Ayurved friends. Okay. I am against amla combined with sugar. If you have anything not combined with sugar, because sugar is a immunity killer. Okay. And amla is an immunity booster. So you decide for yourself. I suggest you put amla in your body soap, you put it on your salad, or kisun theva, tasas tondat taka. I am completely against any juice. I don't believe in the goodness of juices. Juices are just extraction. I'm completely against that.
Okay. And the last question is about a boiled egg. Can we take it daily?
Yes,
and what about cholesterol if you are taking?
Yes. Good question. Very good question. See, boiled eggs, yes, you can take it daily. Eggs should always be had in the cooked form, whether you boil it, scramble it, or make an omelette. That is the first thing. Okay. You can happily have 3, 4, 5 eggs daily, depending on how much of, you know, exercise you are doing and how much you can keep on eating it without causing nausea.
Okay.
About cholesterol, the dietary cholesterol does not damage the body as much as the cholesterol that the body prepares against you eating bad foods. So I'll give you an example. अंड्यातलं जे बलक आहे किंवा नॉनव्हेज मधलं जे कोलेस्ट्रॉल आहे किंवा तुपातलं जे कोलेस्ट्रॉल आहे, तर this cholesterol is dietary cholesterol. It will not trouble you a lot. But if I am eating, you know, too much of hotel foods, if I am eating too much of bakarwadi and Lakshmi Narayan chuda and outside, you know, chips and everything, that foods, you know, that foods is going to make the liver increase the bad cholesterol. That is the oxidated cholesterol, LDL. Okay. So LDL is bad. So we should not worry about the dietary cholesterol if you are active and all.
Okay, one last very interesting question comes up. What about alcohol during and post-COVID era?
Well, I did say about party. Now, the definition of party for everybody is different. Wine, in our nutrition world, we allow wine, which has some immunity booster power. Actually, I did not mention because there is a lot of controversy, but wine and chocolates are two things which are considered immune boosters. But then again, you know, these things are controversial. Okay. Hard drinks, obviously we all know where it leads to. So I will not advocate any hard drinks, no doubt. And wine is a very graceful drink. It has to be taken in a very, you know, small amount.
Yes. So this is the end of our question answer session.
Thank you, ma'am.
So for vote of thanks, I request Dr. Jyoti, please proceed.
Yes. This whole chat box is flooded of thank you, wonderful session. This is good compliments for you, Seema. Namrata Jirole. It was very wonderful, informative session. Thank you so much. And one thing I want to tell you, I am sweet lover and I eat sweet every day. But from now, I am not going to have a sweet at all. Okay, thank you. Actually, न्यूट्रिशन आणि इम्युनिटी हा जर इन दिस कोविड एरा हा जो विषय आहे तो खूप आपल्या सर्वांचा खूप जिव्हाळ्याचा विषय आहे. जिव्हाळ्याचा म्हणण्यापेक्षा मी असं म्हणेल की आपल्या पोटाचा विषय आहे. आणि त्यासाठी ज्या काही डायटिशियन डॉक्टर सीमा यांचं हे लेक्चर म्हणजे खरंच आपल्या सर्वांसाठी मेजवानी नाही म्हणत मी. आज त्यांनी जी आपल्याला एक स्पेशल कलरफुल अशी इम्युन बुस्टर थाळी आपल्याला जी दिलेली आहे ती एक खूप छान ट्रीट आहे. कारण आत्ताच्या काळात आपण ना कोणाला घरी बोलवतोय, हे ऑनलाईनच ही छान अशी थाळीची जी ट्रीट मिळाली आहे त्याबद्दल खूप खूप थँक्स. विशेष म्हणजे जे काही इम्पॉर्टंट आणि ठोस किंवा प्रॅक्टिकल टिप्स जे काही तुम्ही दिलेल्या आहेत त्या खरोखर खूप सगळ्यांनाच अगदी लक्षात ठेवण्यासारखं आहे. थँक्यू व्हेरी मच. आणि आजच्या ह्या शनिवारच्या संध्याकाळी म्हणता येईल किंवा विश्रांतीच्या काळात जवळजवळ 100च्या संख्येने सर्व पार्टिसिपंट्स या ठिकाणी उपस्थित होते. सर्व पार्टिसिपंट्सचं सुद्धा मनापासून आभार मानते मी.